Sixth graders, the last lesson in chapter 1 is on mental math strategies. And mental math strategies are ways of doing problems mentally, and there are some strategies you can use to make these problems easier. Using the strategies we talked about yesterday, using the rules of the game, like the associative property, commutative property, distributive property. You can use those rules to help you find answers mentally. One of the major things you do when you're doing mental math is to make powers of 10. Put numbers together to try to make tens or hundreds or thousands, because those are easy to add, multiply, divide, and they're easy to work with. So if you can put numbers together to make a 10 or a power of 10, then you can do that first. Look at this example. You could add these together, 14 plus 27 plus 26. You could add them in this order. Or you could use the commutative property and look at the 6 and the 4. That makes a 10 number. 6 ones and 4 ones make a 10. Okay? So you could think, well, 14 plus 26 I can do mentally because that makes a 10. What's 14 plus 26? 40. So that equals 40, and then add the third number. 40 plus 27 is 40 plus 20 is 60. So 40 plus 27 is 67.
Yeah.
We can change the order using the commutative property to do this mentally. We could use the distributive property to find the answer to this one. How could you write 83 in an expanded form?
You write 80 and then plus and then 3.
Right, 80 plus 3. So think 80 plus 3. And you should be writing these down.
Oh, wow.
That's why I said take up your notes. 80 plus 3. And if you multiply each of those by 3, since it's 3 times 83, can you do 80 times 3 mentally? Yeah, because you do 8 times 3, which is 24. So 80 times 3 is 240. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So you can do this mentally. 80 times 3, 3 times 3, add those together, 249. Okay? So this is using which property?
Distributive.
Distributive property. We broke up the number 83 and wrote it as the expression 80 plus 3, and then distribute the 3. The commutative property works really well when you're multiplying, and you see two numbers you can multiply to make a power of 10. Do you see the two numbers you could multiply to make a power of 10?
Yeah.
4 times 25. And because of the commutative property, you can switch those numbers. So do 4 times 25 first. 4 times 25 is 100. And then do 100 times 18. 1,800. So again, by using the commutative property, you can put those numbers together to make 100. Those are some mental math strategies that you're going to practice today. Putting numbers together to make numbers that are easier to work with. Okay? Let's go to your assignment.
No, we're not writing them down. Nope. And then.
You write those down? I'll come back to them if you need those examples. Look at this. Look at your assignment. Okay? 7 and 3. 7 ones and 3 ones make 10. So this is kind of like 60. If we take the ones from the 60 and add them, and take the ones from the 80 and add those ones together, you have a problem like that, don't you? Taking the ones away from the 10s, so it's 60 plus 80 plus 10.
So we have to do that in a different problem?
Yeah. So rewrite the problem and change the numbers. We're not estimating, but we're breaking the numbers up. We're putting them together in different ways in order to do the math mentally. 60 plus 80 is 140, plus 10 is 150. How can we use mental math here?
I know.
It's a little tougher. What if we took 3 away so that we had 84 instead of 87? So 254 minus 84. So then we can subtract the ones. 0 ones, 25 or 250 minus 80. That's what we're left with. 250 minus 80. Anyone know that one? It's like 25 minus 8. 25 tens minus 8 tens. What's 25 minus 8? That's 17. So 25 tens minus 8 tens is 17 tens. But then we have to put this 3 back. We have to put that back into the number. So it's 173. Okay? Again, that one's pretty hard. You gotta really kind of break those numbers apart. Write this down. This is part of your assignment. Yep. Yep, good. Now, can you put 2 of these numbers together to make a 10 or 100? Make a power of 10? What if you did, see the 6 and the 4? That should jump out at you. Oh, 6 ones plus 4 ones. I can make a 10 out of that. Right? So make that, take those away and make the 10. So this is 40 plus 50 plus 10. Or maybe you can see 46 plus 54 is 100, isn't it? And then add 33. Jacob?
Aren't you supposed to do the parentheses first, though?
Yes, but what does the rule of commutative say? Since they're all addition, then you can use the commutative property to help you. Now, if it was addition and subtraction, or if it was multiplication and a combination of operations, then that wouldn't work. But since this is all addition, whenever you have all addition, you can use the commutative property. Okay. 102 times 15. What do you think? Maya, what can we do with
Is
this?
number 273 is 115? What's number 2? 173.
It's
You can look up there.
taking away 3 to make this 84. And then 254 minus 84 is 170. And then put the 3 back. So it's 173.
Is that the actual, 173 is the actual answer?
Isn't it? Wait, did I do something wrong on that one?
I said that.
Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be
that's
wrong?
what I got. Hang on.
Wait, no, I did do something wrong.
Yes.
Because that should have a
It's just 7.
Did you think or did you type it in?
so
I thought there was something wrong. So I checked it.
254.
Because 14 times minus 7 is
What if we give that? Oh, I see. We have to give this 3 to this one. That's what we have to do here. So it's 257 minus 87, like that. Wait, no, that'd be 84.
I knew it. I got the right one. No, we can't. Let's go. I got it right there. Shaggy!
250 minus
Yeah, that's what I got.
Stop clicking your, making that noise, that popping noise, okay? All right. So,
How do you actually do it?
Because
the real answer is 167.
yep, the real answer is 167. I'm trying to think of how we could use mental math to get to 167 besides just doing 254 minus 87 and then regrouping 14, 24 minus 8 is 16. So I'm not sure which method I would use on that one. Maybe 254 minus 90. $254 minus 90 would be 164, and then plus 3,
Yeah.
which is 167. That would work. So that's something that we could do. All right, let's go to this one, number 4.
The second time.
What if we thought of 102 as 100 plus 2? And then times 15. Guys. You're not writing down what I do. Okay? This is your warning. Follow along. So 100 times 15 we could do mentally. What is 100 times 15? 1500. And 15 times 2 we could do mentally. 30. So we're doing 1500 plus 30. You get this one. Okay? Bethany. Yep. And did you just, oh, see, if you use the distributive property, you can do this mentally by doing 15 times 100 and then 15 times 2. What can you put together to make a 10 on these? Now, this is a plus, so we can't switch these numbers around, but we could do 35 times 2 mentally. 35 plus 35 is 70. Plus 35 times 8. So getting 70, that helps. What else?
We could get 105 and then multiply it by 8.
105?
Yeah.
Well, but we have to multiply first because of the order of operations. What if we did this? What if we took the 35, since the 35 is multiplied by both? What if we did 35 times 8 plus 2?
Then you get 700.
Then you'd have 35 times 10. So that's kind of putting the numbers back together. Okay. The same thing here. 27 is being multiplied by both.
What's the answer?
So, 35 times 10 is 350. Copy these down, guys. Everything I'm doing. Everything. Well, you have to show work on it. You can't just write the answers,
Well, I thought
okay?
that you had to do it mentally, so that's what I was doing.
Oh, well, I want you to write down, putting the numbers together like this, though. Okay, so it's you're kind of showing the mental math by
You're
doing
just
that.
showing what's going on.
Yeah, it's you showing what's going on in your head. Okay? So you just write down what you're thinking. Right? So if we take the 27 out of these numbers and then add these two together, 16 plus 4 is 20. So that's 27 times 20 on that one. Yeah, 27 times 20. Which is like 27 times 2. 54. And so 27 times 20 is 540. Put the 0 into the answer. Okay? Now, for your assignment, I want you to do these that I circled. Do 7, 8, 11, and 12. Then on the back side, I want you to circle 1 and 3 and 6 and then 17, 18, and 19. Okay? That's it.